Greetings, my friends. I'm Gilles Morcillon. I'm called to return to speak to you today, so I wanted to wish you a good day. I'm not really sure. I haven't prepared much of a message, but I'm going to pull some cards to look a bit like what will November look like, a perspective, a reflection of the higher self. The card of the day is the Thinker. So there is the need for strategy, for logistic, for preparation, to have plans ready. Continue to cultivate your plans. I could see that all is alignment from a higher plane, from the astral plane. This night of revelation, I saw that everything was in alignment. There was just this date of 1939 that kept coming back. I'm not really sure why. But we're here to learn divine and conditional love, which is essential, because all of life is love. God is infinite love for all His creation, and we need to attune to that. But it's easy to love nature unconditionally. Some people, it may be harder, but it's achievable once we forgive. And but it's more difficult for me to love unconditionally and without attachment when there is a sentimental connection, a sentimental romantic connection. That's much more challenging. It's like a dark side of it as well. And I'm not really sure. Maybe I'll figure out what spirit has been torturing me with that connection, that relationship, inner relationship for the past 3 years, a karmic relation. No matter what I do, it keeps coming back. Yet I know that she's not with me, she's with somebody else. But my soul has taken certain responsibility in relationship to that person. So we'll see what happens. And because there is also a lot of information that comes from channel messages in English, in French, in all kinds of languages now. Every day there's a lot of them, a lot of support from the galactics to channel. But they do not see the same thing when they're in orbit in the fifth or sixth dimension. So we have, for us, we're on the ground, and the same thing with the celestial beings on the inner planes. They have a different reality than what we see in the material consciousness of our physical reality. So, but they're taking cues of how we react to that, and we have to. They're very patient, and they would just want to teach us about unconditional love. And realizing there is so much more truth in our conscious and superconscious, superconscious than in the subconscious and material reality. The subconscious is all the past, and the material reality is the manifestation. But what comes down in our consciousness is far greater. And for me, I'm enjoying a lot of wonderful freedom and all kinds of things on the astral plane, on the consciousness level. It is just so not in alignment with where my physical reality is. So I'm just going to take the time to rest and to accept a time of solitude a little bit, to not withdraw, for I am open. Whenever there is a door that opens, I'm ready to walk through. I haven't had time to shave, but I'm gonna get it done. I just wanted to make this video to send you greetings, and I thank you very much for your support, for liking, sharing, commenting, and not forget to subscribe, as well as for your donations. And if you want a private consultation, you can send me an email. So for the month of November, there is a deconditioning that is here. It's called conditioning, but it's really a deconditioning. We're letting go of the herd mind, of the negative egregores of the matrix. It's really a time to really decondition ourselves to pay more attention to the outside than the inside. I'm going to pull 10 cards to see what. So the situation is the great void, is the nothingness. Within the nothingness is not empty. There is everything, every potential. For it's like when there is nothing, it's going through this void can be can be frightening. It can be stressful. It can, because a lot of things that we were relying upon in the past is no longer valid. So we have to trust the transformation and the forces of awakening. Then what influence the situation is a rebirth. Yeah, it's like a camel, the sleeping camel that's awakening to an awakened lion. I think it's in reference to and so talks Zarathustra, Friedrich Nietzsche. So it's this awakening. It's really an awakening. That is moving from a sleeping mode to this, but it's like sometimes awakening can can create shock within our consciousness. What we see in our consciousness that will unfold before us is actually healing. So there is a great deal of healing that is coming this month. We're going to be whole, to feel good. In the subconscious, the distant past, it's the integration. We've integrated so much. There is so much that's been downloaded and that's been integrated. And right now, the situation is exhaustion. It means we have to stop always doing what other wants us to do. We have to return to our sovereignty, and not because it's completely exhausting to always have to respond to other people's needs or what they're expecting of us. So it's not about being unkind or not to serve. We want to serve, we want to help, but we want to be able to do it in a way that is aligned with who we truly are. At which point we come to the flow, going with the flow. It's about the Holy Grail. It's about love. It's about flowing with the energy. Once we move into our flow, we are allowing our flow not to go too fast, not to go too slow, and we are allowing other people's flow. Some people are going very fast, others are going very slow. Just at some point there is the river merge, and there is certain river that will merge together, but so it's about finding out the right balance within our flow. What's coming in the near future is the ability to compare the hollowness of the bamboo and the stillness and solidity of the. So it's because until we can experience. So that means change, basically, comparison. So because we're going to be able to see things from the other side, from another perspective. And so it's all about not allowing all the shadows of the outside world to distract us from the ocean of peace within ourselves, at which points we find the full, we find the freedom from fear. So our strength within the situation is the source. It's connecting to putting our hand on the light. It's the empowerment, the illumination, the power of source. There is all kinds of miracle and magic that can happen just as in any moment. Sometimes we can wait for many years for something to happen, and then one day it just happens without effort. So it's the power of source, and we're reflected on the outside world by the sun. Here it's called innocence, but it is the power of the sun, the power of the most powerful card in the deck. So it's the power of innocence as well. And that is reflected in our outer environment. What we feel in our hopes and fear, emotional body, is sharing. It's about the energy of the teacher. The energy of the Christ is not an individual, it's the energy of the teacher, he who brings this light, who remind others of their connection, because we all have what we need and seek already within ourselves. It's about unlocking it in our consciousness. So we'll continue to do that, to share, to teach. And the outcome, the key and the outcome of this month is going to be moment to moment. So it's very much about living in the presence. It's like he's not even watching, because he knows that there's going to be something that's going to support his steps while he walks in the sky. So it's very much about being able to accept also that luck, change, and circumstances. So there will be a great deal of transformation that is coming within this month. I hope you will enjoy it. I wanted to come and say hello. I thank you very much for supporting the channel and for your kind donations. I wish you a wonderful day, and we're looking forward to come in from the other side to be able to compare. So all of that is in the process. Feel free to let me know how you're doing, and I thank you. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.